Ever pondered about the amount of money involved in creating your beloved games? The reply might astonish you. From detailed design to captivating visuals, and from complex programming to strategic marketing, each element comes with a substantial cost. Come with us as we reveal the concealed expenditures of game development. Welcome to another engaging episode where we dissect the intriguing world of game development. Today we're taking a deep dive into a topic that's often overlooked but incredibly important: game development budgets. Understanding how funds are allocated during the creation of a game can be a game changer for those who dream of building their own virtual worlds. It's about more than just knowing where the money's going. It's about comprehending the value of each component in a game, from design and animation to programming and marketing. By the end of our journey, you'll have a better grasp of the financial strategy that goes into making a successful game. So, without further ado, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of where money gets spent in game creation. First up, the cornerstone of any game, its design and concept. Diving into the world of game development, one of the initial and most critical stages is game design and conceptualization. This stage is where the magic truly starts. It's where the seeds of creativity are sown, where our favorite games begin their journey from mere ideas to immersive experiences that captivate millions. A significant portion of the budget is dedicated to this phase. It's not just about crafting an appealing visual style or an engaging storyline, it's about creating a world, an experience that players want to inhabit, explore, and return to time and again. This process involves a team of talented designers, artists, and writers, each bringing their unique perspective and skills to the table. Hiring these creative minds is an investment in itself. It's not just about their salaries, but also about providing them with the tools and environment they need to thrive. From state-of-the-art software to ergonomic workspaces, ensuring your team has everything they need to bring their best work forward is a vital part of the budget. Brainstorming sessions are another crucial aspect of game design and conceptualization. They are the incubators of innovation, where ideas are born, nurtured, and refined. These meetings require time and resources, but their value is immeasurable. They fuel the creative process, encouraging the team to push boundaries and think outside the box. Once the game's concept is solidified, it's time for concept testing. This involves unveiling the game's prototype to a select group of players for feedback. These sessions are instrumental in identifying potential issues and areas for improvement. They require resources for organizing and conducting the tests, as well as implementing the feedback into the game's design. In essence, every dollar spent during the game design and conceptualization phase is an investment in the game's soul. It's an investment in the unique worlds that players will explore, the compelling stories they'll experience, and the unforgettable moments they'll create. Indeed, a game's design and concept are its backbone and require a substantial investment. Moving on to the world of pixels and polygons, art and animation. This is where the game starts to take on a tangible form, where the story and design concepts are translated into visual assets that players can interact with. It's also one of the areas where the budget can quickly skyrocket. There's a whole spectrum of skills and tasks involved in this process. First, there's character and environment design. This is where artists sketch out what the game's world and its inhabitants will look like. It's a crucial step that sets the visual tone of the game and can take weeks or even months of work by a team of artists. Next comes 3D modeling. This is where those sketches are turned into three-dimensional digital objects. Depending on the complexity of the design, a single character or environment piece can take anywhere from a few days to several weeks to model. Then there's the actual animation. This is where those 3D models are given movement and life. Animators must create every motion a character can make, every interaction with the environment, every facial expression. This is a time-consuming process that requires a great deal of skill and precision. In addition to these, there are also costs associated with creating textures, lighting, and special effects, all of which add depth and realism to the game. Each of these tasks requires specialized software, which can be quite expensive, and highly skilled professionals who command high salaries. And let's not forget about quality control. Every asset has to be tested and tweaked to make sure it looks and moves just right in the game. This often involves several rounds of revisions, which can add significantly to the project's timeline and budget. As you can see, creating a visually appealing game can be quite a costly affair. But the investment is often worth it. After all, it's the art and animation that first draw players in and keep them immersed in the game world. It's where the magic happens. Next up, the heart of every game. It's programming. This crucial aspect of game development is where the magic happens, where ideas and concepts take form and become interactive experiences. But like any spell, it comes with its price. One of the most significant costs in programming is the hiring of skilled programmers. These are the wizards who breathe life into the game, translating the design and art into a playable experience. They need to be versatile, capable of navigating the complexities of game engines, artificial intelligence, physics simulations, and more. Depending on their skill level and experience, a programmer's salary can range from a modest sum to a small fortune. Then there's the cost of software licenses. Developers often use a variety of software tools and game engines to bring their vision to life. These tools aren't always free, and the cost of licenses can quickly add up. Some of the most popular game engines like Unity and Unreal Engine offer free versions, but for more advanced features and capabilities there's often a fee involved. And we cannot forget about debugging. It's a vital part of the development process, ensuring the game runs smoothly and is free of glitches. Debugging can be a time-consuming and therefore costly process, but it's absolutely necessary. After all, no one enjoys a game that crashes mid-play, do they? Let's not overlook the costs associated with updates and maintenance. Even after a game is released, the programming work isn't over. There will always be bugs to fix, updates to roll out, and new features to add. This ongoing commitment requires a dedicated team of programmers, which adds to the overall cost. And that's just a glimpse into the world of programming costs. It's a complex and intricate process, and every detail matters. It's costly, yes, but without it, a game is nothing more than a collection of pretty pictures and unfulfilled ideas. Without programming, a game is just a collection of pretty pictures. It's a costly but crucial part of game development. Last but not least, let's talk about getting the game into the hands of players. Marketing and distribution. Even the most brilliant game can gather dust on the digital shelf if it's not effectively marketed and distributed. This is why a good chunk of your budget should go towards these two crucial aspects. Let's start with marketing. It's all about getting your game noticed. Traditional advertising methods such as online ads, social media promotions, and even print ads in gaming magazines can be effective, but they come with a price tag. You might also consider hiring a professional PR agency to handle your game's publicity. They come with a wealth of experience and contacts, but their services aren't cheap. Then there's the cost of attending industry events. These events, like the Electronic Entertainment Expo or Gamescom, can be a fantastic opportunity to showcase your game to a broad audience. However, the costs of travel, accommodation, and securing a booth can add up. Now, on to distribution. One common route is through digital distribution platforms like Steam or the Epic Games Store. These platforms handle a lot of the heavy lifting for you, but they also take a cut of your sales, usually around 30%. And don't forget about the costs of physical production if you're planning to release your game on disc or cartridge. Manufacturing, packaging, and shipping all come with their own costs. You might also consider hiring a distributor. They can help get your game onto store shelves, both physical and digital. But again, their services aren't free. They'll take a percentage of your sales, and there may be upfront fees as well. It's also worth noting that the costs of marketing and distribution can fluctuate wildly depending on the size and scope of your game. A smaller indie game might have a marketing budget in the tens of thousands, while a big-budget AAA game could spend millions. Marketing and distribution can make or break a game's success and often require a significant portion of the budget. So, there you have it, the cost breakdown of game development. We've taken a deep dive into 4 key areas: game design and conceptualization, art and animation, programming, and finally, marketing and distribution. Each of these segments plays a pivotal role in shaping the budget of a game and ultimately its success. It's essential to understand that game development is not just about creating compelling gameplay, but also about managing resources effectively. As we've seen, the financial aspect of game development is a complex puzzle, and everything matters. Remember, every game is a labor of love, and understanding where the money goes can help make that labor a little less daunting. Until next time, keep gaming and keep dreaming.